guys, how are you?
What's up, everybody?
Hi,
What's up, Sharrell?
Terry. I was waiting for you to say it first. Did you see me? And you
Yeah, I was
just
waiting
sat
on
there.
you. I was like, hell, let me say something. Hey, happy Monday, everybody. How y'all doing?
Happy Monday, everybody. You guys know I always have my notes here. I don't know where they are. So I just got to do this without my notes. How do I operate? So we got two good stories talking about today. We're going to talk about all of the mess going around in the DJ Envy case. They're threatening Tony the Closer. Like, what?
I mean, shit get real in the streets now. Let's keep it real.
Please, none of it makes sense. From the scam that they had going, DJ Envy, you are famous. Everybody knows you. You got a good paycheck, child. If you can't feel sorry for you, I can't either. You getting what you deserve. We're gonna talk about that. But real quick, before we get into that, I wanted to mention this Blueface situation really quickly because it looks like it just came in. So you guys remember that Blueface got into an altercation at the strip club and everything broke loose. What did I just had the argument? The article. Here it is. Now the judge is saying that Blueface is the new Tasha K. Okay, the strip club ended up suing Blueface, and now let me put this on the screen. They have ordered Blueface to pay the strip club $13 million. Well, it's 12.5, but I'm gonna round it up. Now he's always claiming he has so much money, so maybe he's not gonna mind.
Yeah.
I cannot believe he's got to pay that kind of money. Blueface has been getting on my damn nerve. You know, maybe I was glad that he proposed to Jaden this weekend, so maybe they can go off into wedding bliss, and we won't see these two anymore. I don't want to see Jaden. I don't want to see Blueface. I hope Krishan stays away from him, but she can't be trusted either. She might go back to him. That's a lot of money.
Okay.
I like this other article I was reading. Hold on one second. Jesus, it's just a lot. Let me read this really quick. It says the Los Angeles Rams. Okay, so also this weekend, Blueface went to the football game, Rams in LA, and he hired strippers to come to, what do they call those little booths at the top?
Oh, the suites.
The private area at a football game. Okay, and then he proposed to Jaden. She starts crying. What is she crying? Happy tears, or is she crying because she's stupid? She starts crying because she finally got a proposal after 10 years. Okay, and he's mad. I'm thinking he's mad, but he's mad, and let me tell you why he's mad. Because Krishan's song, that diss song, went number one. Okay, she had a gig this weekend. Oh my God, the arena was packed. I would say about 20,000 people were there. They were screaming Krishan. Then she had a book signing, which they were screaming Krishan, we want Krishan. And then when Jaden tried to go a couple of weeks ago, the whole audience was saying, we want Krishan. This is a mess. This is a mess. This is a mess. This is a mess. So anyway, now he owes us $13 million. I can't say I feel sorry for him. Not one single minute.
Maybe that's why he acting strange these days.
Well, he's acting stupid because remember Krishan came out and said that she has a boyfriend, but she wasn't going to put him on camera because she didn't want her relationship to go the way that it did with Blueface.
Right.
And now all of a sudden he mysteriously, after a whole damn decade, wants to make Jaden his wife. It makes no sense.
I mean, somebody got to look, Sharrell. Somebody got to make that 13 million. I'm just saying, somebody got to make it.
It's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not funny, but that's a lot of money. That's more than Tasha K, right? Yeah, Blueface is the leader now of lawsuits. Anyway, the mom, what's her name, Carlisa, came out, basically called Blueface stupid. She said that, why are you going to marry that girl? She doesn't like black people anyway.
Damn.
She said that what's the name didn't like black people, and she called them stupid. She said you're just hurting because things aren't going your way. And then he comes out and outs his mom seriously for being a hoe, saying that she. I'm gonna read. He says, "I want y'all to tell Carlisa post ring. Bet she won't to post a ring because he brought Jaden a really expensive ring, according to Blueface is bigger than his mother's ring. She says Jaden got 2 kids and 1 baby daddy, a ring. She's really for real. Follow behind these. I don't know. They blocked it out. Blank. If you want to, I got real blank on SY. Carlisa married a bum. This must be his stepfather. Didn't I tell you guys a long time ago that Blueface's mother had different baby daddies? I found that out a long time ago. Carlisa married a bum. After all them DICKS, she took.
Oh my God!
She settled for the little ass ring. My wife has 1 DICK her whole life and a bled your whole life, clown. He called his mother a clown.
Yeah.
He called her a clown. Then he says, my mother is a whore. Oh my God. That been married 3 times, 3 kids by 3 different men, and never married none of them. Only random men she liked with a lot of money so she could divorce them and take them.
Do you feel dirty? Do you feel cheap?
At the I don't know, I lost my place. So she could divorce and take from them. And at the end of it all, she's sleeping with a bum every night. Sad story for real. Could never respect her as a woman. Damn.
That's hard.
I don't feel sorry for these two.
Those two was just together a few weeks ago. I mean, like, you know, mother and son kind of deal, going after
Krishan.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you why she's really mad. Because Blueface has messed up the bag, okay? In his head, he thinks that he can turn Jaden into a Krishan, and that's never going to happen. I mean, she had that one mediocre song. She just doesn't have what it takes, you know? And plus, I just don't like Jaden. I think she's dumb. Like, you're going to marry him? You're crying? You're marrying a known cheater? Make this make sense to me. You're going to marry a man, and this is what Carlisa said, and everyone was agreeing with her. You're going to marry a woman that doesn't accept your other son. That's Krishan's son. And remember, she was doing interviews. She says that I want Blueface to keep his situation separate from me, but you can't do that. If you want to be a father, Blueface, you have to embrace all your children. This is a hot ass mess. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Perry wanted me to acknowledge it because it was all over social media. They were dragging the hell out of Jaden for the proposal.
Well, I mean, you know, I know everybody get tired of hearing it, but it could be coming. Well, I don't know. Things have got very strange with the new news on the 13 million. Blueface don't realize the cash cow is gone and running wild, and then now he's trying to impress somebody to try to, you know, keep the social media up so he can get this 13 million. Because where's his money coming from? He ain't really turned on his mother. That's why I was like, damn, it's sort of strange. It's that pressure of the 13 million that'll make you call your own mama a hoe.
He did.
Right?
He called his own mother a whore.
I don't know what Jaden thinking about. Oh, he proposed. The man ain't changed. If he got a box tweet at the game and he gonna get his rocks off before he proposed by having the strippers in there, what are you buying yourself into? It's just too much.
No, because it doesn't make any sense. And I know why Carlisa's mad, because he's messing up the bag. The bag is Krishan. It's up to Krishan. Now, I reported this a couple weeks ago. If she was going to bring Blue on for a 3rd season. Looks like that's out. He is nothing without Krishan. I'm sorry, his music sucks. No shade, Blueface. I'm just telling you what the streets are saying. Your music sucks. That song, Tatiana, has been gone long ago. Maybe you have to go back to YouTube and do another reality TV show. But Stewie's boring. Oh, that's not her name. I'm sorry. What? Jaden is boring. And I just don't know what you're doing. But listen, I'm happy for the engagement. Go away, be in marital bliss. I don't want to see any one of you guys again. Krishan, please stop messing up and do the right thing because I'm really pulling for you. Now, Krishan had a engagement this weekend, and it was so many people. I'm wondering, I don't want to jump the gun, but has Krishan become a bona fide star? Whether we like her or not, because people are following her.
Yeah,
5 million?
Ask the chat, though. I mean, because like when you said that, I think she's still famous. Would I say star? I'm not sure. But if you think Krishan has become a star, place a 1 in the chat. If you just think she's somebody that's somewhat semi-famous right now.
I say that,
Perry.
I agree with what you're saying, but I'm telling you, these young kids, they were lined up, they were screaming her name. They've been doing her dances on TikTok and talking about this song. And, you know, Cardi B, it took me a long time to realize Cardi B was a star on her own, probably like a year after she left Love and Hip Hop. Now, not a lot of people break off from reality TV and can parlay that into another career. But I'm thinking that she might become like a rapper or something because people are liking this song. Let me go down this. What did you say, Perry? A 1 in the chat. If what?
The chat, if they feel like she's a star. The 2 was if they just feel like she was like semi-famous right now.
All right. So we got Charlene. Charlene, that's saying she's famous, right?
Yeah.
No. Got
saying
7.
One is a star. Saying that she's a star right now.
I think we might have to. I don't know what 3 is. That's so maybe. 1.
That's
Krishan
a famous.
Is a star.
3 is a person that's sort of semi-famous right now, but would lose it all if they don't start thinking.
Here we got no, yes. P is a mess. Yes, no, yes, no. I don't know what Megan's saying. She's not even going to vote. This is what I'm saying. Did you guys see her this weekend when she was with Sexy Red? And the crowd was screaming her name. So I think she's a big hot ass mess. I don't think the fighting impresses me. I look more at her, which her struggle, what she's been through. How about a 0? Y'all are messy. I don't know, but I feel like this weekend I had to give her credit. She might not be a star, but she's pulling in the numbers. Now we don't know if that's gonna last.
She's semi-famous, right? I mean,
yeah.
I would say that. Like, she could become a star if she take the fame she's getting and nurture it, right? And go forward. If she go back to Blueface, ain't nothing gonna happen because Jaden and Blueface, after the news today with that 13 million, they gonna be traveling with the local circus. You know, he's gonna be at the popcorn stand. She's gonna be singing.
You guys, well, is this overkill? Okay, you get in a fight at his club. Everyone starts fighting. You rough things up. But 13 million, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I would agree.
Is it overkill, Perry?
No, look. Why it's not overkill? If what his action did got that club shut down and they lost 13 million.
Oh, that's right. Because what did they lose?
Right.
Some kind of license, right?
Right.
Oof. Well, 13 million. Do you think the strip clubs are making that kind of money?
Yep.
The strip. You think?
I mean, look at Instagram. That'll tell you that.
Oh my God, $13 million.
Yeah.
It looks like this happened sometime earlier this month. A different judge sentenced Blueface, whose real name is Jonathan Porter, to probation for the shooting. So this is just at a strip club. The victim said he was shot in the hand outside a Euphoria Gentlemen's Club on Windy Road off the Las Vegas Strip. Hey, Perry, you know where that is? Oh, it's where all those strip clubs are.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where that is. Okay. According to documents, the News 8 Now investigators obtained the victim recognized Jonathan, Blueface, in the venue and had spoken with him earlier that night. The victim said he made a small joke about Porter speaking with some females in a cheap vehicle, the documents say. Attorneys for the club's owner filed the lawsuit. Yeah, they filed it December 29th, 2022. That's just a lot of money. Yep. What kind of damage can make you lose $13 million? That's, 13 million. Yeah, that's just too much money.
A shooting on your premises.
Well, 13 million, that's a lot of money. His ass is broke. You're done. You think they can reduce the charges?
I don't know. But the biggest thing, whether it was 13 million or just simply 3 million, at this point, if Krishan ain't around, where is he gonna make the million? Jaden is not the answer.
She's not.
It's not the answer. And I don't know. It's like something is weird about the last 24 hours. He's beefing with his mama hard. Mm-hmm. Coming at it when you call your mama a hoe.
She had plans to get Krishan to make them money. That's why.
But okay, now say you got a son, you get the cash cow, Krishan. You trying to finesse Krishan when you see Krishan going the other way and you messing up the system by proposing to the broke one. That's gonna upset. If Mama Streets, he's saying, hey, that ain't how we do that shit in the street. You don't sell out to the broke person who can't help your ass out. You need to get your ass back up there with Krishan and that baby Krishan Jr. You need to do what the hell you got to do, but I don't want to be seeing your broke ass around here crying, dating my grandbaby's mama.
I'm laughing because something's wrong with you, Perry. He proposed to the broke one. You are a mess.
No, let's keep it real. Where is her dividends coming from?
Like anyway, I'm taking too long because I got to get to this other stuff. But good luck, Blue. Congratulations on the marriage or being engaged, the engagement. And, I don't know what you're going to do with that 13 million.
Let my son walk in with some shit like that, Sharrell. You leaving who? For what? Come on now. No, brother. Hey, let's sit down and have a drink together. We need to talk about this shit.
Anyway, I don't know what to say about the 13 million. Maybe you can appeal it. That is a lot of money. For me, it's overkill. $13 million. What Tashki had 4 million. That's a lot of money. 13 million.
It's always overkill from looking in from the outside. If you was damaged and your company went down and been out of business for a year, and you don't feel like you don't lost 13 million.
That's right. Good luck, Blue, with the 13 million. Maybe they'll let you make payment arrangements. Child, that is a mess. But anyway, I didn't even want to talk about that story today. I came on here to talk about the whole DJ Envy situation. It's really gone from bad to worse. Okay, so a lot of things is happening at one time. So Tony the Closer has not taken his foot off of Envy's neck. He hasn't, and I'm glad that he's not. So he posted this posting of, it looks like Envy and the partners, because I don't know who is who, divvying out money that they made from one of their sales. This is bad. This is bad.
Flipping that J. Today, Pro Style came. This is your first time picking up rent, right?
First time picking up these joints, so we don't want to see the names on the checks, but yeah.
First time picking up rent, and that's what it's all about. When I tell you about creating generational wealth, that's what it is. I picked up, this is some of my rent. He owes me some more. His rent is picked up.
Just getting started, baby.
And that's what it's about. Pro Style jumped into the game. How many houses you bought?
3. About to hopefully close on the 4th one, right?
This guy's trying to get more houses than me. He's going to start speaking at the seminar.
We'll be at like 12.
This is a bad look. You are divvying up other people's money. This is a bad look. First of all, you're going around saying that you're innocent and that you didn't know, but you certainly knew something was going around when they was dividing up that money.
Hell, he made the info commercial. Look at me. Yeah, my rent's paid. I got these dollars. Somebody else rent paid. They got these dollars. But then he come at like, no, I just did it to uplift New Jersey to support people, but I'm not making no money. Look, stop lying.
It's crazy. He wants to say one thing and then look a different way in public. Have you ever seen these rappers where they post their money? Oh,
Yeah.
what's the one? Plies, stack of money. You post the money. It's so stupid when you make a lot of money to even go on camera about it. Don't talk about money. That's how you know somebody don't have money if they keep talking about money.
That's when they selling you some bullshit. When they come out here and start flashing all these money, they setting you up for the scam. Either to believe they better than what they are, or they about ready to rip your ass off.
And it's just it comes back to bite you every time. You don't talk about money. You don't go on camera flashing money. It's just a bad look. But anyway, it really looked like y'all got a big payday and y'all are divvying up the money. No one's believing the lies that you're talking about, Envy. Let me hurry up because I got to play this tape. So anyway, Tony the Closer posted that, and then Cesar's brother, whose name is Lewis, came out and was like, well, how can I describe it? Threatening and basically calling Tony a liar. Now, I don't understand this really quickly. If you are a thief, the first thing you do, is to quit talking. That's what I would think. I wouldn't talk to anybody, let alone call into some blogger show and then make myself look guilty because you're going after the blogger. So they are threatening Tony the Closer, that they're going to harm him. They're also threatening. DJ Envy filed a lawsuit against him for defamation. They're doing any and everything to shut down the Closer.
Damn.
If that's not screaming guilt, then I don't know what is. So take a listen to this.
Where's that illegal at? Where's that illegal? I show you all my paperbooks, all my receipts.
Now let me show you what you're looking at. He's playing the video of them divvying up the money. And I guess Lewis is getting madder and madder. So that's what's going on. Let me start over.
Where's that illegal at? Where's that illegal? I show you all my paperbooks, all my receipts. You just posted that. That shit 3-4 years old, nigga. That's 5-6 years old. There's nothing wrong with that. That's real money that have receipts for, Tony. You're trying to reach because you have nothing to do because you're a loser. Tony, you're a loser. Remember that. You're a loser. And no.
So doesn't this scream guilt? Tony is trying to help the victims possibly recoup some of that money, but at least, give them some kind of justice. And then you come on here, Dodo, and call him a loser. That's a bad look. So not only are you a liar, you're dumb. That's a bad look. What did they think they were going to accomplish? What did he think he was going to accomplish by coming in, threatening this man on air?
They figure if you got somebody exposing them, if I come in with my threats, I might shut the person down that's exposing my criminality.
Perry, you can tell me to stop because I want to keep playing. Okay. But if you want me to stop, just tell me to stop.
These people following you, they're all losers because they believe in what you put up. That's all bullshit, my nigga. Let the FBI show me that I'm wrong. When you show the FBI or the CIA, anybody you got that I'm wrong, you show me. And then I'll be like, you're telling you the right. But at the end of the day, you're reaching because you're a loser. Look at your diamonds. They're fake, bitch. Remember that. I'm going to smoke you, bitch. Remember that.
Did you hear that? I'm going to smoke you, bitch. We know what smoke mean.
Yeah, no, I get it. But if he ain't worrying about anybody having proof, why is he so worried? But go ahead.
Let's keep going.
Remember, I'm going to smoke you, bitch. I'm going to smoke you, Tony. Keep talking your shit. You keep talking like you proud and shit. And then you fucking with the wrong nigga. Remember that. Look in my eyes, bitch. You're fucking with the wrong nigga. You fucking with the wrong nigga, bitch. I've been in this game too long. You ain't fucking with the real niggas. You can go after NBCs or whatever. But with me, you're wrong, bitch. Remember that. I love you. And you're going to see, puto. And when I shoot the shit.
He called him puto. That means bitch in Spanish. He is so dumb. This is evidence. Dummy. This is evidence.
Shit at you ain't going to have no more diamonds in your neck. Remember that, bitch. You're fucking with the wrong one. You think you all this tough shit? You came to my house when I was in New York. Come to me now. I'm here. I'm in Edgewater, New Jersey right now. Bring all your peeps and everybody that wants to come and say I owe the money. I'm right here. I'm right here right now. Right now. Show me, bitch.
Just dumb. Perry, your thoughts?
Well, I mean,
Just dumb.
he awful worried about something that he's saying he had no need to worry about.
He looks super guilty.
And with the threats, and I mean, come on now.
And you notice Tony was kind of cool. Like,
Yeah, well, I
do
mean,
what you gotta do. Stupid.
it's not too many words he needed to say at that point. He said, Tony the Closer said what he said.
Mm-hmm.
You coming out here saying it's different with no receipts. That is different. And angry as hell. You know what I'm saying?
You're talking to the wrong one. If somebody is saying something wrong, why don't you call the IRS? They'll tell you if it's wrong or not. Like, you're not calling like the judges or the attorneys. You want to threaten Tony.
Yeah.
Just a dumb move. It makes no sense. Do you remember when Charlemagne when Envy went on a couple, was it days or weeks ago? I've lost track of time. And Charlemagne kept telling Envy, shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up. Because what you say, they can and will use against you. He kept talking. He kept running off at the mouth. Anyway, so the closer, that's what I'm calling him now, the closer. The closer has found this old video of Envy being interviewed on a podcast with his wife, and he talked about his criminal past.
Damn.
When you open your mouth today with social media, if you post anything, it never goes away. You could post it for 3 seconds and take it down. Someone's already copied it. But this is an interview. It's not making you look good at all. Let me go ahead and put this up here. Now, you watched a little bit of it, right, Perry?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Let me know when you want me to stop, because this video, it's a 17-minute video. I whittled it down to about 8 minutes because that's still long, but
Yeah.
I'm going to narrate through it. It's just shows Envy and his true character, if you ask me. So when he was in college, he had a guy that worked for Sam's that was a guard at the door. And what DJ Envy and his crew would do is pile up the baskets and walk right out.
With electronics. Yeah.
With
Not
electronic
groceries,
stuff.
electronics.
Let's take a listen.
Beat down, you know, and growing up in Queens, you've seen a lot of street life, street activity, drug dealers. You know, you would see people drive up and down with nice cars. You would see jewelry.
That's the wrong one. Let me put this other one up. Anyway, why is he opening his mouth like this?
That might be the right tape. He's just getting into it.
That's the right tape?
Uh-huh. He just tells
places
you
in New York, not just Queens, but yeah.
And then even with, you know, with music videos, you see people making a lot of money. So,
and videos were much bigger then than they are now.
Hey, Jason, how are you?
What's up, Jason? Thanks.
Thank you for the super chat. Jason, I want you to listen to this tape because you got to interview Tony the Closer. Let's keep going.
So I wanted that stuff. So I remember going to college, and college was great. You know, I went to Hampton University, Gail went to Old Dominion, and I just remember hooking up with a bunch of people that were doing things that I didn't need to do, but I did it because I wanted to fit in.
I just read this. Jason thinks Envy is innocent. Listen to this tape, Jason, and then tell me what you think. So he's explaining how he used to rob people in college.
You know, and one of those things where I knew somebody that had a friend that worked at Costco.
Right. No, it wasn't Costco. It was Sam's Club.
Sam's Club.
Which I think is it just down south? It's wherever it is. It's like a variation of a BJ's or a Costco. If you're not familiar.
It's called a Sam's Club. And they had a friend that worked there, and they told me that their friend was a security guard at the front door.
Right.
So they were like, you know, what we do is we just go in there with a shopper card, fill it up. We have a fake receipt, walk right to the door, and drive out and walk right out.
Because the security guard is informed. He's the ones that he's the.
All right, let's talk about what Jason's saying. Perry, does everybody have a pass?
So what now?
Does everybody have a pass?
You know what though? And I get it. Like what Jason could be saying is everybody could have did wrong, but you sort of grow out of it. And Jason, just watch the video. Right? I mean, yeah, we could have stole something, but we ain't robbed people out of their money, millions of dollars, right? And you know, for this guy to come out here and really say that I just did it to uplift, I'm doing all this, but I ain't making no money. Who in their right mind going to any kind of business with the intent not to make money? But
what are you saying, Perry?
Okay, basically what I'm saying is, I understand he said everybody could have a past. Growing up, you could do bad things.
Right.
But then some people can keep doing bad things. And as we can get through this video, you'll see he blame it on peer pressure.
Oh yeah, let's get through it. Let's keep going. So there we are. He's hooking up with his friends, who's a guard at the door, and he's gonna let them pile up the baskets and literally just walk out the store. So that's where we are. Let's keep going.
The one that checks the receipt, and he'll let you bypass and go out.
Right, and everyone, you would have to give him something, whether it was a DVD player at the time. That's when DVD players were big, or whatever it may be. I remember there was nothing in this planet or world that I needed.
Right.
I had everything.
You had a dope apartment.
Right.
Fully stocked fridge.
Right.
Every electronic that you would need to make your life easy and entertained.
Right. So I remember, you know, but some of my friends in college wasn't as lucky as I was. They struggled a little bit, you know, like a lot of college students did. So when this happened, this was the come up. This was the lick. We used to call it a lick. This was the lick. And what I used to do is I used to dress up in a suit every Sunday morning.
Every Sunday morning.
Every Sunday morning. I'm just going to say allegedly, because I don't know if I can get in trouble for this, but I think I can.
How could you get in trouble for it?
All right, because I was convicted, right?
You already got in trouble for it.
Right. So I would dress up. Every Sunday.
It's like your audio memoir.
Right? I already got in trouble for it.
Exactly.
I would dress up every Sunday in a suit. And the reason I would dress up in a suit is because Sunday I would act like I went to church. So if you go into a department store or Sam's Club, if I'm wearing a suit, I wouldn't look strange. I wouldn't look out of ordinary. People wouldn't necessarily look at me as a thief. They would more look like, oh, he's just coming from church. I would just
that was the mindset.
It worked.
Now, this means he's calculating. I wear a suit so people can think I just came from church.
Yeah.
And I don't need the money, but I'm going to go steal anyway.
Right. And then peer pressure. So look, this is my thing. I'm not no judge or jury. I'm just giving you my opinion on just from what the shit he said. He's not convinced me that he's innocent, just for me. Because if you had a past, most people make mistakes at a younger age to learn how to do better, to not make those mistakes. He fell into peer pressure, according to him. He did this. He dressed up like dressed up like he went to church, so people wouldn't think that way. And now it could be possible. Could it be possible that he feel like he can rob people because his image is a DJ on a hot podcast? He would never do that. But ain't nobody doing no business, wasting no time. Matter of fact, if you called him right now to try to do an interview with him, he would charge you money. So he ain't doing shit for free. Let's keep it real. Go ahead, Sharrell.
And I don't know if I have time to play the whole video now, but let's not forget his father is a cop, retired cop now.
Yep.
But he'll go into like things to do if he were to get arrested because his father tells him how investigations go. He's a detective and what to look for and what to say. Very cunning. Let's keep going. Oops.
It worked. So I dressed up in the suit, and I would get a shopping cart from Sam's Club, and I would fill it up with as much shit that I possibly could.
Sidebar, he kept all of this from me.
Right.
I had no idea that this was going on because I think you knew that I would have talked some sense into you.
Right. Well, so and at the time DVD players were big, like massagers, stupid shit.
Yeah.
Blenders.
But it was the kind of massager that you would like lay over like a lounge chair or something, and it would massage you in the chair.
Right. At the time, it was plasmas weren't really They didn't have plasmas.
No, not at that time.
They had like small TVs, like it would be
LCDs.
The LCDs. All types of just shit. I put it there, and then I would just walk right out. He would look at the receipt, and I'd walk out. I did this about 3-4 times.
I think so.
3-4 times did it, and then, of course, like everything else, dude got caught.
Right.
Security guard got caught.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the way he got caught was Sam's Club was missing, because it wasn't just me doing it. His friends, other people were doing it. It was a bunch of people doing it.
A whole conspiracy.
But I did it not because necessarily I needed the money, but the people that I did it with was my peoples.
Mm-hmm.
So I just did it to be down, which is whack, horrible,
be down,
coward, soft. But at the time, I just was like, we just all doing this. Like, we all do some stupid shit because we all do it. And a lot of people get in trouble for doing things like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I just remember the guy got caught because Sam's Club let's say Sam's Club lost $300,000 in that quarter. And they couldn't figure out how they lost $300,000. Now, I knew Sam's Club didn't have cameras because I scouted the place out.
Scouted the place out.
So they would go to...
What?
He scouted the place out.
Let me tell you something. I don't care if it's 10 years ago or anything. It's not your first time getting caught stealing. And I don't think any jury would toss out this information. They might, but I don't think so. You did it once, you got caught. You said you should have learned your lesson. But now you're facing the same thing that you got in trouble for back in the day in college. Right. I think he's in, how old is 29, 30? I don't know how old he is, but
yeah. But I'm just saying this.
They're going to use that.
He clearly, put it out there in his own words that he knew clearly what he did back then, and it was dumb. That he allowed peer pressure to make him do this. Mm-hmm. Peer pressure can make you, we're going to do this. Okay, I don't want to leave the group. I'm going to follow him. You scouted the place out for camera.
That's right, Perry.
But
that's right.
At the end of the day, because people will say, well, I don't think he did it. I would just say this. I don't know if he did it or not. But at the same time, he clearly can explain how he made his mistakes and how this whole system worked of getting scammed or falling into peer pressure. When he got with this, the guy who just got arrested, what was his name? Cesar. But when he got with him, he should have been able to see that too. As an older man, now that you experienced this when you was in college, you should have been able to see that this guy is scamming you. When you running around saying, I'm not making no money, but you doing info commercials. That's what I call it. When you sitting there flashing the money. Oh yeah, this stuff we doing is, it took care of my rent. It took care of his rent and her rent. Come on, you scamming somebody. But
let's keep going. We're almost done. Hold on.
Every employee, and go to every employee and be like, look, we got you on camera. We know you stole this stuff. Just confess and let's let it go. And, most employees be like, I don't know what you're talking about. All right, you can leave. Go to another employee. They'll say the same thing. Another employee be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't do nothing. And let them leave. A security guard that I knew through a friend, they said the same thing to him. And what did he say? All right, you got me. He told on himself. So now the problem with that was when they said, okay, who else is involved? He didn't know who else was coming in and out the store. The only person that he knew was me.
Right.
And he knew me not because of my real name, because I was the DJ on campus. DJ Envy. Envy. It's a long story short.
Now, how old are you at this point?
I was, a sophomore in college or junior in college?
Yeah, 19.
So I get to, one day I'm driving home. And when I get to my apartment,
day, I remember like it was, enter Gia into the story.
I get to my apartment. And when I get to my apartment, I notice that the door's off the hinges. Now, the apartment complex that I lived in Hampton, Virginia, they didn't allow students there. So I had to damn near lie and do all types of shenanigans to get in this apartment. It was like a really upscale apartment.
Right.
So there was no other students.
And this right here, if it shows what kind of person you are, like you are intentionally doing things that you know are not legal.
Right. He doing mischievous shit. So he's aware on how to create something mischievous. So he should be able to see. And then he come back and say it's all peer pressure that what got him into it. And he learned his lesson. But somebody in the chat said he's 46. So
he's a grown ass man. Let's keep going.
So when I would go to, when I would go to my apartment, I would see all my neighbors kind of look at me funny because they knew that I did some funny business to get there. I went into the refrigerator and I see it was a warrant. They said they believed that I was in possession of stolen property. Now, I'm not going to lie. There was no stolen property in my apartment. I was not stupid enough to leave this. I mean, I was stupid enough to do it, but
okay.
But I was not.
So where I was going with that,
I was not stupid enough to leave the stolen property in my apartment. So all the stuff that they took was my shit.
Well, see, you left that part out. They came and they took everything
on the boat
that could have possibly been sold at Sam's Club out of his electric. They took out of his apartment.
Right. So they took everything out of my apartment that I really purchased. They took.
Right.
I didn't even say I purchased. My mom purchased.
Exactly.
My mom purchased. They took.
So wait, where were all the stolen goods?
I'll never tell to this day.
I gotta pause this real quick. I want you to hear this nigga snitch on his man, throw him under the bus. He was saying allegedly and all that for him. And then I want you to protect yourself. I just want you to pay attention. I wish I had a Funk Flex bomb.
So that's Tony the Closer's talking. That's his voice. He's the one that's playing this tape. But I can see why they're irritated with Tony. Tony ain't playing with y'all. It's crazy. Let's keep going.
Right now I could drop, but just listen to this part right here.
Is that what was happening?
Yeah, it was selling it. And if you heard a couple of episodes ago when we talked about the cheating story, we talked about that one friend that was crazy, Lil Sean.
Yeah.
Lil Sean was the one selling it. Shout out to Lil Sean.
See, now that allegedly. See, you only throw the allegedly in there when you're trying to protect yourself.
You're right. The first thing that I did, and this is what you should tell your kids, even if you have teens or even if you're a teen listening, because we have young listeners as well, 16, 15 sometimes. If you ever get into trouble, never go to the police station yourself. My dad is a police officer. His first thing that he always tells me is the police are not your friends.
Ever. Unless they're trying to protect your life in the interrogation.
I find this to be very chilling.
Right.
Your father's a cop.
Mm-hmm.
He tells you that some of the trades, what they do as cops.
Uh-huh.
So now you feel like you know how to beat the system.
Right. And then here he is telling teens, don't do this, don't fall into these traps. When he's sitting here that already experienced this from his own mouth, how to, all this game work. And now he's sitting there investing in some kind of business, promoting some business when you ain't making no money. It just don't add up. It sounds like a person who is just trying to lie their way out. And if you can snitch on a person who stole the stuff with you back then, you can snitch on Cesar.
Also, too, I wonder if Cesar were one of those buddies he was hanging out with back then, because are they still at it? But now we see that Envy has a pass in stealing, and so does Cesar. They might say, throw this out, it was a long time ago. Yeah, they might say that. But for the court of public opinion, that's not a good look. And if you knew your father's a detective and been in there a long time and told you some inside scoop of how it works, why do you keep talking in public?
Right. And that's my thing, because like last week I was like, damn, I think the guy could have just fell into some bad hands and got himself in trouble. But when you come out and clarify to me 20-something years later, 20 years before that you experienced this stuff and you able to explain it, where you made the mistakes and all that. And, you know, he made sure he's very calculated and made sure that he understood what he was going to benefit from that back then. Why, where was the concern of what he was going to benefit for this real estate business?
Well, let's fast forward to now. I heard Charlamagne tell you to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Your attorney told you to shut up. Past things are coming back to haunt you. Why are we mad at Tony? Like, why are we threatening Tony? I mean, you did this interview. Granted, you probably didn't know that it would come back to haunt you, but you can't get mad at Tony. Get mad at the person that released the interview. Why are we mad at Tony? Why are we threatening Tony? Why are we threatening Tony, Perry?
Well, I think he want to shut Tony down. He don't want the word out. Nobody want to be exposed. Nobody, right? But the whole thing, he should be mad at the guy he chose to go in business with. He should be mad at his damn self, right? Because at a certain time, yeah, people do make mistakes being naive and get themselves in trouble. But when you in trouble, and if you was a part of it, your ass was a part of it, period. That little whack ass info commercial, when you sitting there, you act like you making money.
Let me tell you why I think Jason is saying don't prejudge and everything. Jason Lee probably knows him. No, Jason Lee does know him and Charlamagne, because I remember he went there. And so he knows the good side. So people have different parts of their personality. You could take a straight up thug. No, like I loved the gangster, Joe Giudice. Okay, he's supposed to be in the mob,
Right,
and I just loved him to death. And everyone was like, "Do you know what he does to people?" They
Yeah.
show you different sides, and that's what makes this unfortunate. Because you probably do have a good side, Envy. You're funny and all that, but you messed up. You let the
Yeah.
bad overtake the good. I just don't see with 27 people suing civil
Yeah.
lawsuits. 27. We got you playing the tapes, promoting him so many times. I did lose count. This is not a good look. And then to top it off, that's why you just never. It's hard living in the public eye, because you could be saying something. He never thought this would come back to haunt him. He didn't.
Right. But now, to me, what's unfortunate is that he has a wife, kids. He had a great, he had a name for himself, DJ Envy, on a hot podcast. He's making a living. And I get it. Sometimes you're like, well, I can go and do this and that. But you got to be real careful, which I know he was aware of from his own words. And you know, people can play these games. They can dress in a church suit. They can get behind some turntables and spin like a DJ. But it don't tell you everything about that person.
And then it's just going from bad to worse. Let's talk about this. It's being reported, guys, that they are looking to replace DJ Envy. They ain't gonna wait, like maybe because it's a long like what? He hasn't stepped his foot in one courtroom yet, and the rumor is they're looking to replace him. Also, I was watching some. I can't remember who it was. Anyway, it's going from bad to worse. It's going from bad to worse. I just don't see how this is gonna fall in his favor. Now, you might be a nice guy and all of that, and maybe you didn't do as much as Cesar, but when you have people start telling their stories, and the guy that went on Tony's show, who lost his son, he was damn near in tears.
Well, I mean,
it's just a shame.
The only thing I could say, just like when he had peer pressure when he was in college and got into trouble, and I'm not gonna be one to say that it wasn't peer pressure. I don't believe it was. I think he just wanted it just as much as the rest of the kids, but just my opinion. But right now, if peer pressure got him, or trying to uplift New Jersey to save these people got him into it, he didn't think it all the way through, right?
Yeah.
And I think just the same way he got out of that first incident when he was in college by pleading down, that's what he's gonna have to do now.
Now you're a two-time offender.
Well,
So
but that, I think like that in this case may be looked at as different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause so many years back and stuff. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's gonna have to plead down turn evidence against Cesar. Well, I mean, hell.
So wait, so Envy, if you're watching this, Perry said turn on Cesar.
Well, what is Cesar gonna do for him? He got a wife.
Turn on him how, Perry? What are you going? So you're Envy. What are you gonna start saying?
Because you know what? If they trying to build a case against Cesar, Pina, whatever his name is,
Pina,
right? And you part of it. Either you can go down with the ship, or you can jump your ass off with a floaty. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying at this point, you need to do something. Because before I go down and miss out on seeing my wife and my kids, and I don't drop down, my mind's telling me this.
My mind's telling me no.
I can't.
No way. You know, at this point, Cesar obviously knew what he was doing. I feel like Envy knew what he was doing too, because like somebody said, hey, let's make this commercial. And even though you volunteered going to these real estate classes and shit, I need you to go and show people on camera off your likeness, DJ Envy, not Cesar. Nobody knew Cesar. Oh, I'm making money. My rent's covered. His rent's covered. Everybody's rent's covered. I'm owning places. Then he said he's not owning places. He said he ain't making money. But you giving classes on people to get into real estate to make money. How can you give me a class if you ain't making money?
Well, yeah, it doesn't make sense. But I see what you're saying about he needs to throw Cesar under the bus. And that might have worked, but for Tony the Closer coming back with all of this evidence, all of the witnesses. And when you hear, I don't know all of the witnesses, but I've been watching Tony. The black guy that came on with he lost his son, remember? And I was damn near in tears myself. Like, oh my God. You know, when these people start talking and they start talking about how much money they lost, or if it's their life savings, almost like a Bernie Mac situation. You can't help. I mean, not Bernie Mac. What's the name? I can see his face. But anyway, when you steal people's savings and they're older, one of the gentlemen's really old, who was a senior citizen, it's just kind of hard to not feel sorry for them. And in Envy, you had the best job. You had the best job. You knew everybody. You were popular, famous. Child, it's sad. Madoff, that's it. Someone said it's like the Bernie Madoff situation.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a long time for people to get their coin right and save it for retirement, because when you're old these days, and me and Perry talk to you all the time, you guys, about being old, you don't get a do-over.
Nope.
People stop hiring you when you're older. You can't replace money really easy. If that's your life savings, it's hard. So anyway, you guys put your thoughts in the comment. Go ahead, Perry.
Now I'm going to say, look, and I'm not saying whether that man guilty or not. I'm just saying it's not looking good. It's hard. He haven't convinced me that he was clueless on what's going on. That's all I'm saying. Now, was he the mastermind? Probably not. But it don't matter to me. But you can't come now and act like, oh, no, I didn't do that when you sharing an office with a person. You invest in money, not getting your money back. But you making commercials saying, oh, we got our money, and you selling a dream to some people that you should have been uplifting and NJ. You know.
WB says that he's talking about Joe Budden dropped a bunch of inside tea on his podcast. I'm gonna have to go over there. Thank you. You think he's talking about Budden? Yeah. Who else has a podcast?
Yeah.
People think about that money and put little thought about what type of business you want to run, so you're not liable just in case something happens. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. The money never passed his hands. That's true. Well, but the tapes. So this is why they're so upset with Tony the Closer. But he has tapes that show otherwise. It's going to be a long battle. Never passed his hands or was deposited into his account. That money was from his rental property, not any property he invested with Cesar.
Okay, but did he clarify that when he's giving these classes? Did he clarify that this money came from his rental properties, nothing to do with Cesar's and the things they were selling?
And then it's just a lot going around because they're showing this video of this woman who kind of said what Cesar's doing is not making any sense. I don't even think I downloaded it. Remember that video you showed me, Perry?
Yeah,
It's a lot going around. And it's just not looking good. It's just not looking good. Let me take another comment. It's true that you should never talk without a lawyer. You should never talk without a lawyer. So I seen Charlamagne cringing when Envy was talking. He was like, don't do it. Stop talking about it. Don't.
Yeah.
Regardless if you're young or old. Funk Flesh went in on him. Oh. And Charlamagne talking about Charlamagne SA charges.
Wow.
They got a lot going on over there at the Breakfast Club.
I see.
Why would Envy do business with someone that went to prison for credit card fraud? I don't know. Sharrell, you need to have the attorney on who you had for, Erica Jane. Well, I don't know. So what happens is, as bloggers,
I'll be right back.
Okay, you don't really want to. I don't know. I don't know about that, but thank you for the suggestion. There's always loopholes to stay afloat. Yeah, that's true. Seven deadly sins. First, pride. Second, greed. Third, lust. Fourth, envy. Fifth, gluttony. Sixth, wrath and sloth. Yep. Yeah, it is. No. Can't have that person. Rashawn just a cornball. He knew what was going on with Cesar. He and Gia worship probably money and always felt they need to flaunt being the best. Since his high school, face red droopy eyes. That's another thing that's going to come into play. How much does the wife know? Did she not know about it? And I don't think she knew to the extent, but that family's about to go through a lot. They really, really are. All right, you guys. We've got an unexpected guest. So let me go ahead and wrap this up. You're done. Perry, take us out. Any last words?
Oh, no, I'm just going to say this because somebody just mentioned the wife. I think his wife was clearly aware because she helped him explain the story from Sam's Club. I think she's aware too. When your husband gonna take off, where you going now after DJing on the podcast? Where you going now? I'm going to do some real estate classes.
Perry, I will say this in her defense. I cannot tell you right now how much money I have in my bank account because Perry takes care of it. I can't tell you if I pay taxes or not because Perry takes care of it. Like,
okay,
when you're a wife.
I get it, but she sure knew about Sam's Club.
No, what I'm saying, when you're a wife, though, it's real easy for you not to know things because I really, and this is the honest God's truth, go to the mall, don't know which credit card has what amount, and just spend money and just not even thinking about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it's the life of a housewife, and she sounds like a housewife, and sometimes you just let that man take over. You're not supposed to do that. Nobody do what I do. Know how much money you have in your account. Do your own damn taxes. Don't fall in the trap, because if anything happened to Perry, I'm done. So anyway, let's go. Thank you guys. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Thanks everybody for coming.
Thanks for dropping by, Jason Lee, and everyone else that gave me super chats. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to click that like button on your way out, and we'll see you guys if there's something going on tomorrow. Until next time.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, we out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.